I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of proof.
Order.
If I'm going down,
Order
I'm taking a whole lot of people with me.
Order in the court.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. So, guys, Errol Spence, the comments that he keeps making about his strength and conditioning, I don't like it. I really don't like it. Errol, you put up a very exciting fight, but I feel like the neglect of your strength and conditioning ultimately made this fight a lot tougher for you, and it robbed the fans of a more spectacular ending. Whatever changes that need to happen behind the scenes, it seems like certain topics guys don't want to talk about. Hey, I'm a fan. If I'm paying my money to see these fights, I'm not streaming shit. I'm paying for it. I went to the movies to see the fight. I bought my ticket for myself. I bought my ticket for my girl. I bought my ticket for my dad. And then my big bro, he came and he brought people as well, and they're not even boxing fans. They came based off of my word. So all I'm saying is that strength and conditioning, the lack of strength and conditioning is definitely robbing the fans of a more prepared Errol Spence. With that being said, hey, please bring back Blu-ray Fitness or whatever was going on. Errol Spence said he put some tweets out there and he critiqued his performance. I definitely appreciate the transparency. Errol Spence spoke on him having being overweight by 25 pounds and have to cut 25 pounds of weight off of his frame, basically going through a fat camp in preparation. He said he's going to maintain his weight in between fights a lot better. You know, I'll be keeping my eye on it. Hopefully that's the case. Another thing I noticed is Errol Spence plans to come back in January. I feel like that's going to just be a fight with Danny Garcia. It seems like to me that the PBC is trying to basically build up Errol Spence's resume to kill the notion that he hasn't fought anybody. And at the same time, these guys that are on the PBC side that are respectable welterweights, give them paydays in the process. That's just my interpretation of it. But with that considered, it seems like if Errol Spence is going to fight in January, it only makes sense for him to fight 3 times in 2020. Now, I haven't seen any reports. I haven't seen anyone like drop any hints. This is just all speculation from Nino Brown Boxing. But it seems to me that the PBC got some shit in the works for 2020 when it comes to Errol Spence. I feel like they're going to put Errol Spence in fucking overdrive in 2020. And I say that, it seems like they're going to open the year with Danny Garcia. I don't know what's going to happen in the middle of the year, but I have the feeling that they're going to either close the year out with... I feel like they're going to close the year out with Errol Spence making his debut at 154. I just feel like that's going to happen. You know, before I had like a theory about Errol Spence and making weight, but I don't know. I'm not ever going to go into detail. I may save that for another video, but you know what? Fuck it, man. Basically, a theory that I had that I've noticed is, even though I don't think it's the case, but the theory that I had before that was floating around in my head was maybe Errol Spence lack of strength and conditioning, because I've noticed like the lack of muscle density that he had for the Mikey Garcia fight and this fight. Now this was basically just like a cop-out theory for Errol Spence's benefit, but maybe the lack of strength and conditioning on Errol Spence's behalf was needed for him in order to make weight. Like, if most people understand that muscle is heavier than fat, and maybe Errol Spence's lack of strength and conditioning put him in a position where he can continue to make weight, versus if he continued to string with strength and conditioning, his muscle mass will start to grow. Now Errol Spence is, you know, he's approaching 30, and a lot of guys around that 30-year-old range, when they have a muscular frame, they start to pick up weight. But that's just a theory that I had about Errol Spence's strength and conditioning. But ultimately, I don't believe that shit. I just something that went through my head. It's Nino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC, and I'm out.